Welcome everybody, here at Higgitt's famous £1 burger bar. We make the best £1 burger in Blackpool. Don't tell everybody, it's the only £1 burger in Blackpool, but there you go. It's not a fiver, it's not £2, it's a pound. As the sign says, located here on Dale Street, which is just behind Central Pier. I'm here with the vlogger, sorry, who are you again? Oh, okay, it's Beyond the Edge, okay. Apparently it's Beyond the Edge, and so he told me earlier, he makes the best videos out there. They're far better than the rest of them. Don't know, not watched them myself, but I'll let you, the audience, decide that. So don't forget, hit that like button and subscribe to Beyond the Edge. Hi everybody, pleased to meet you. My name's Chris and this is another segment of the Las Vegas Amusement Arcade. I'm not quite sure which blogger it is because there's plenty of them out there. I don't think it's not PT bloggers. No, it's not PT bloggers. And I know it's not Helen's Crow because he's not good looking enough to be Helen's Crow, because I've met him, even though none of you have seen him, the mystery man. I think this is called Beyond the Edge. I've been given a bit of a script here to actually tell me this information, but his handwriting's absolutely awful. But let's not hold that against him, okay? So apparently what they've done is they've sent a few questions in from some of his subscribers. So by popular demand, I will answer a few questions for you. So apparently, I asked if the blogger himself wanted to ask me, but he doesn't like being on camera for some reason. You got to love the hypocrisy of that, haven't you? You really do. So what we got here, first of all, now look at that for handwriting. That's atrocious. So first of all, we got early life and career. Okay, early life and career. Well, where do I start? I come from a council estate in the Midlands, a place called Sutton Hill. So anybody from Telford, you'll understand where I'm talking about. And I worked in factories in my early life. And then eventually I became an engineer in an automotive industry. And why is it change? So that backs onto that nicely. One morning I just woke up, decided I don't want to play this game anymore. This is absolutely silly. So I went to work, I handed me notice in, had to give a few months notice, and phoned the estate agent up. Put the house on the market, and then a few hours later the wife phoned me up and said, why is there a for sale board in my garden? Because I forgot to tell her, you know. I told everybody else, but I forgot to tell her. And I just basically said, don't want to play this game anymore, fed up of playing the corporate game, sitting behind the desk, etc, etc. So I decided just to make a move. Didn't actually know what I was going to do, but just knew what I didn't want to do, and that was work in the corporate industry anymore. So me and the missus decided to come to Blackpool, as you do, and I got chatting to a hotelier, you know, just chewing the fat, and I said, how much is a hotel? I thought, you know, you're talking about 250, 300,000, I thought. They turned around and said, oh no, about 120,000. I said, how much? So I went home, sold my house, which was a 2-bedroom cottage back in the Midlands, and then came up here and bought a hotel for the same money. And then that was called the Glazed Brook. If you've seen me on any other TV channel before, you'll understand what that's all about. I don't run that anymore now. I've actually shut that down and turned it into my private house. But on the back of the Glazed Brook, I then borrowed a bit of money to start up an arcade, because I was getting bored, to be honest. I did a couple of years at the arcade, and you know, you can't stay with the missus for 24 hours a day doing a business. It just drives you mad. So I went out looking for a business to buy, and I was going to buy a titty bar, a strip club. And it was one on Topping Street, actually. I can't remember what it's called now, it was years ago. But I didn't like the fact that it was reliant on one business. It was reliant on the syndicate at the time. So the syndicate, it was drawing from the syndicate. And I didn't like the idea about having a business that was reliant on one business. So I decided against it. And in hindsight, that was the right decision. And then I watched a programme on, I can't remember, one of the terrestrial channels anyway. And it was called Blackpool or Funland or something anyway. It was about a guy who owned an arcade in Blackpool with David Morrissey in it. And I can't remember what it was called. And I said to the missus, I think it was actually called Blackpool, and I said to the missus, that's it, I'm going to buy myself an arcade, that looks like a good crack. And she said, you can't buy an arcade. Why not? Why can't I buy an arcade? People told me I couldn't buy a hotel, but I did. So I went out and then borrowed a bit of money on the back of my hotel and then bought this arcade. Obviously prior to that it didn't have a burger bar in it and it was very run down, so I got it at a decent price. So then I decided I'm bored in here because I was just had a change box which was located at the bottom of the arcade. So then I decided to put a burger bar in. Well, it was kind of me and the wife and Alan, who sadly passed away next door. We had a three-way conversation and then decided, let's do a burger bar. But we needed a niche. What's the difference? Because there's hundreds of burger bars in Blackpool, isn't there? So we needed a niche. So what we're going to do, I'll tell you what we'll do the £1 burger. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. So we did all the maths on it, said, yeah, I can do this, you know, not cost that much. And then obviously it's then taken off from there. So we've now got the Higgitt £1 famous, as seen on TV, £1 burger. That's a bit of a plug for you, just to make sure, on Dale Street. And before I forget, if you like this video, don't forget to press the like button. And don't forget to subscribe to, hang on, let me just get the piece of paper so I can remember who he is. Beyond the Edge. That's the guy. So don't forget to subscribe to the Beyond the Edge. Apparently he's got some very good videos out there. Not watched them myself, but he tells me how good they are. And apparently he's better than the rest of them. Don't know how true that is, but I'll leave you to decide that. Right, let's get back to my bit of paper, my little script here that they're talking about. Right, what's the secret recipe of the £1 burger and why does it taste so good? Well, if I told you, it wouldn't be a secret, would it? So I think I'll keep that one to myself. We don't want everybody doing that. So why is the back streets and not the prom? Well, that's easy. I'm lazy. Yeah. If I go on the prom, then I would have to work a lot, wouldn't I? Well, if you just excuse me, guys, I'm about to work now, and I'll be back with you in a moment. Right, sorry about that. Had one of the customers coming down who wanted the £1 famous burger. Don't forget the £1 famous burger here on Dale Street. That's my second plug of this video. And we were talking about why the back streets. Getting back to the list. Let's not forget about the list. Okay. Why the back streets? As I said, it's because I'm lazy. Because I really don't want to be working on the front, working 12 hours a day and paying lots of money to a landlord. I just want to come here, earn enough money and go home. That's it. All I ask for in life. Pay me bills, and as long as I get a holiday every year, what more can you ask for out of life? Unfortunately, we're actually filming in the middle of a pandemic. So at the moment, I should be on holiday. But guess what? I'm not on holiday, like the rest of the world. But it is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it. So what's a memorable moment? I think I'll come back to that one because I can't think of anything about that at the moment. What is it like being a star of a reality TV show? Well, how do you address this really? We're all TV stars in Blackpool. You see this? This is my platform. Yeah, just like a stage. And while I'm on this platform, I'm not only cooking burgers, I'm actually playing to the audience. Out there is the audience. Yeah? And so I'm playing to the audience. So people come here because they not only want a burger, they want to have a chat, they want to have a bit of a chin wag, and they want to meet somebody who's been on TV and stuff like that. So all of us in Blackpool, we're all playing to an audience. We're all playing on our platform, and this is just my stage. And all being on TV, reality shows or blogging and stuff like that, is we're just showing you what we do. This is just what I do for a living. This is a normal living for people in Blackpool. But I come from a normal town, so I know that this seems abnormal. But I've been in Blackpool 17 years now, and this is just normal now. This is absolutely normal. So what's it like being a reality star? In essence, it's like working every day here. You're always playing to an audience when you're here. It is what it is. Did it affect the running of the arcade? Oh, sorry, I was trying to work out what he put there. Did it affect the running of the arcade? I'm assuming that's in relation to what's it like being on TV. Of course! That's a bit of a silly question really, but he's not the brightest of people, is he? Of course it affected the arcade when the TV show came out, which is Blackpool Lights, and you can see that on YouTube. Just type in Blackpool Lights 01 and it'll bring you the first one up on YouTube. Another plug there for you. And when that hit the TV on Christmas Day, only 12 hours between me and the Queen, that's how famous I am. Straight after that, the next season, the amount of people who started coming to the arcade was unbelievable. So I ended up having to come away from the hotels and spending the majority of my time at the arcade for obvious reasons. And then that, in turn, I then decided to get rid of the hotels because I'm getting too old now, you know. I'm in my 50s now. You wouldn't believe it, but I am. I'm in my 50s now. So, you know, you wouldn't believe it, but I am. So I decided just to do the arcade and stop doing the hotels. And you say that was done on the backdrop of the TV reality show, people coming down here and the upturn and trade. So obviously I understand the value of that. Where do you see yourself in a year? Well, that's a leading question considering the end of a pandemic. Alive, hopefully. That would be a good start. It'd be nice to have a holiday, but I can't see that at the moment. So I'm afraid that's out of my control at the moment. That's in the control of the world order and the government and all that kind of thing, whatever's going on out there at the moment. So, is there anything else to address? Memorable moments, let's readdress that. Well, there's been so many memorable moments in Blackpool. If you've ever watched the TV reality show, you'll see that I used to have a stag and a hen party hotel. Now, they were some serious nights, as you can imagine, so I've had quite a few memorable moments there. But as this isn't an over 18 video, I best not talk about some of them. Blackpool is a party every day. It's a memorable moment every day, so when you come to Blackpool, everyone's on holiday. And I think that's it. All I'd like to say is thank you for watching, and don't forget, hit that like button and subscribe. Thank you very much. See you later, guys.